in the bag now?
All right.
Get in that bag.
In the bag.
In the bag.
I surely did not fold this one. Reason to call it quits.
Ooh, easy.
How much time you got?
No. Well,
That's too easy. This
We gotta leave at a time, right?
No, we told the girls to come back.
Time
and-
around here.
quit if you misspell a word over text. I'll be like, yeah, this one.
Oh,
ain't
you
it.
dumb.
I think
You dumb. I can't fuck with you.
you call it quits when it's a situation no longer serves you. Whether that is
Is that selfish?
yes,
That did sound very
it
selfish.
is. It is, but
That's
it's
just a lie.
I'm not
But it's
saying
so
it's a
real.
bad
But
thing,
it's
but I'm just saying,
but
is it?
that selfishness is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I call it quits. Like
Thank you.
if it no
It's not a
longer
bad
serves
thing.
you and you tried, you come in with love, you come in at
Honey.
the high vibrational pool, you're trying to make it make sense, and you can't, and it no longer feeds your soul and serves you, then it's time to go.
There's no use.
There's
anymore.
no you, and because anything you do that is trying to garner that, you're either gonna block your blessing, you're gonna make yourself more stressed out and frustrated and mentally anxious.
You're basically fighting yourself.
Yeah.
At a certain point.
Are there times though where the situation doesn't serve you but serves the other,
Yes.
and then you kind of have to find a way to get back on that level where it's serving both of you? So what if you quit before you get
It's
to
not about
that?
that other person though.
At some point, it has to be if you're making compromises in a relationship.
But the relationship, in my opinion, the relationship is different than when to call it quit. So if using us as an example, if we're rocking, we're having some rocky things, we're having some trouble, we're both coming at it very collaboratively. Okay, we both want the same thing. Now, if one of us stops wanting it and stops acting on the strength of we trying to make this work, I can't make somebody want something for me. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to continue to lower myself down into the dirt with you if you're still not, if that collaborative spirit has left you.
But do you
If
quit
the collaborative
before you
spirit
find
has
it?
left you.
I say
Yes,
treat
I like
your
that.
relationship like a business, and you got to outweigh the assets and the
liabilities.
liabilities
I used to
when
get
it
mad
comes
at people
to
who
it.
compared it to a business.
You
but
got
like,
to.
I
It is.
understand that.
You heard plenty of people say it,
I
even
get
older
it.
people, my grandmother, grandfather, marriage is a business. And you have to look at all your relationships as would this person be a good business partner? Assets and liabilities. What are you adding to versus what are you taking away? And if you are not adding to anymore, or if that has become stagnated,
Gotta
well, guess
cut the
what?
costs.
Stagnation by definition is death, which is recessive, so get rid of it.
So it's
Like
not
that.
necessarily
costs.
what makes you call it quits, is when.
I think that's a
Reasons, yeah.
personal.
But I know-
like
it's like I
I
said,
said,
I know the question says reasons
Yeah.
too, but it sounds like
Yeah.
from what y'all saying, it's not necessarily, this is why, but it's like when do you? Is it like
It's
when
any
it's
reason. Yeah, I would
It
say
can
any
be-
reason.
yeah,
It could be
a
any
handful.
reason. It's the vibration. Like we said, everything is vibrations. I know, like me and her, we had a disagreement a while ago. I won't even say a disagreement, but our vibe wasn't the same. And then I realized that I had misrepresented myself. When you misrepresent yourself, you miscommunicate.
Yes. Yes.
So we wasn't on the same vibe. So I had to go back and realize, like, okay, let's get back on the same vibration. And I had to represent myself the way that she would receive me.
So for example,
That's a-
cheating. Is cheating a reason why? Okay,
Fuck all that shit. Cheat,
and
cheat,
I'm
bitch.
not
Fuck
going
you.
because people like cheating is this, cheating is that. Okay, the person has sex with another person. Is that a reason too, or is it that they did it this many times?
I think it's case by case, y'all.
Definitely.
It really just depends on what, for your situation. Like you said, what serves you. Because somebody may cheat and you may be able to get past that for you. For somebody else, they may be like, that's a deal breaker.
Right.
Absolutely not. I'm up through.
Absolutely.
For somebody else, it may be you raising your voice at them. The first time you raise their voice, they gone because
Right.
they might have some type
trigger,
of past
yeah.
trauma
Yeah.
where they absolutely don't rock with that. For somebody else, it may be the first time you put your hands on me, or if you it just I really feel like it's case by
It is.
case
I believe that.
for
So
a
it's
reason to
definitely
leave.
is.
I can agree with that.
At some point in time, your spirit is gonna tell you you need to fight through. You either gonna have something that's gonna tell you keep fighting, or you gonna have something in your spirit that's gonna be like break all ties. Like this is gonna
Just drop
something
it.
is just gonna
Drop it.
cause you to, like you said, not have that
Collaborative spirit.
I
Yes,
just don't want
I
to work
love
on this.
that.
I agree.
Something
Yeah.
just it's not in me. You know.
But you have to make sure you're putting your self-worth, and that's people say that it's it being selfish. Like I know you asked a question earlier, is that being selfish? at the end of the day, you only have you and accountability for yourself. Your partner is supposed to come alongside you and add to that and build on that. But at the end of the day, if you're in a situation, whether it's yourself, your own triggers and traumas that you haven't dealt with, or if somebody else is bringing to you something that you didn't come with, like I don't want none of that. This is something I can work with, deal with.
Full.
I'm already full.
Yeah.
I can't. Nope.
Yeah.
It's time for me to go. And if I can use a personal experience, I was engaged a little bit ago, not to him. And I found out that he had a sexual addiction and was paying women for videos and pictures. Now, that was something that I was like, you know what? I done see a little you porn every now and then in the past, so maybe I can get past that. But it was that coupled with everything else, the misrepresentation of himself, his lies to my children, to me, the mistrust, the betrayal, and he had a lot of baggage that he had not even touched the surface of. And I had to do some inventory and go, you know what, I could, but I don't even want to.
I don't want to.
I don't even want to. And
I don't want
this
to.
relationship
That's
does
such a
not serve
liability.
me.
Right.
Yes.
Back to business.
And when I put
Back
in
to
on this,
business.
I'm not going to get the return.
I'm never gonna get the return.
Right.
And I had to be honest with myself, and I said, yeah, I could stay. And I was embarrassed. I put time in with this person. You know, I had to start the idea of starting all over. And I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, I owe it to myself and to my children to know that if a person has disrespected you to this level, you need to be able to confidently step yourself up and walk the hell away.
For facts.
And not worry about the what ifs and what could be, because that would have presented itself if it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So it's just being able to be like, you know what? I have my reasons. I have my boundaries. One of you said it, like your deal breakers. I think it might have been you, Vibe. That you have to stick to that. And it's hard to say when you're in a relationship, because like, oh well, he cheated. That's normally my deal breaker. If my girlfriend said her man cheated, I'll tell her leave him alone immediately. But now I'm in it, and it feels different.
Like, yeah,
it feels different now.
That part right there.
But if that's your deal breaker, you owe it to yourself to step
To
as
say
far
honor-
as away
to
from
honor
that as
yourself.
possible. Now, him not having abs, not a deal breaker. You know, like, you know, I've been able
She not
to.
talking about me. I got abs.
somebody
I got
though.
abs.
Somebody
It's
like,
Somebody
you know
out
what?
here.
I have no
Extremely
issues
shallow
in that.
deal breaker.
But
But
it
it's
is
rare,
somebody's.
though.
Right.
It's somebody.
Yeah, that is somebody's deal breaker.
It is
I ain't
somebody.
gonna
Or she can't cook oxtail like my mom
No,
does.
listen,
That's
like
a different
dead ass.
story.
So, okay, so even like this term selfish, just let's be clear. I will for the rest of my days brag about the fact that I do therapy every week.
Hell
Weekly
yeah.
therapy all the time. And one of the
Air
things
five
that
on
I
that.
yes, one of the things that I
COVID 5.
one of the things I'm learning is like the way that we present certain words and the connotation that kind of sits on your heart or sits on you after it. Saying selfish is like a. It's not. It's okay.
I think it's okay.
Be fucking selfish.
What's-
I'm learning to.
Be selfish, but be
No, I got you.
aware.
Yeah.
Be aware.
Be selfish,
And
but don't be
present.
self-centered.
Be aware and be present. Being selfish has had this thing like, oh yeah, everybody like changes their mind all the time about different shit that you feel like you're being selfish. You feel like, you start to guilt yourself on it. No. Find what you need. Even if it's abs.
And I needed that.
Abs.
Even if it's abs, bitch.
You
Okay?
provide abs in a level that I wasn't prepared
Oh,
for.
child. Y'all go ahead.
Get into what they saying about selfishness.
Honey, you go, girl.
One thing that they're saying about selfishness that I wanted to say when the term first came up amongst us is that there are different levels of selfishness. You have rational selfishness and irrational selfishness.
Okay, preach.
Now, rational selfishness is looking out for yourself, your best interest, because you're supposed to. That's rational.
Yeah.
It's rational to look out for yourself.
To put the
The
option
irrational
on
self
you
is when you do all the extra stuff.
Don't they tell you
So
that
just
on
keep it
airplane?
rational and you good. There you go.
He wanted to say something. Vibe.
Come on, Vibe. Speak up, Vibe.
Self-preservation. Self-preservation.
Right.
Rational
First
selfishness.
law.
Okay. All right, come on. Speak up, nigga.
We getting in the bag? Or we
I
keep
love
going?
it.
Get in that bag.
I thought I was going to be the most turned up, but it's you, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Okay.
My touch won't